Aries, how you doing? So I'm hearing straight away, this is a weekly, but I'm going to just go straight into the tarot, but I can't help it sometimes because I am hearing I'm going to go straight into it. Something to do with a Cancerian. I don't know if there's anything to do with an accident or I'm just going to go straight into it, but I heard that you've got slim chance, like Slim Shady, Eminem, or like an M, or Emily, Melissa, Matilda, Maria, or like slim chance, like Slim Jim, the name Jim, or James, or Julian, or Jason, all the J's, anybody beginning with J, but I'm hearing that you've got no chance, like a slim chance but no chance. There's kind of a chance, but like I'm hearing, can you take a chance on me? Chandler, I'm also hearing Chandler, like a charmer, or a karma charmer, or some sort of charm bracelet, or charm, the saying charm. Someone's like a charming man, but like a charming man, but like a charm once, twice a charming man, or something to do with three, maybe. Once, twice, three times a lady, three of cups, reconciliation, but I'm hearing a chance, but a slim chance. So I don't really know what that is, but some of you might be someone saying, look, can you take a chance on me? And you're like, I don't really know. But they're saying slim to none. Slim to none. Some of you could be doing Slimming World or something like that, or your Slim, or your Jim. Someone's called Jim here. Jim, James. That's actually my dad. You're right, Dad. Told you he was an Aries, right? But something to do with James, Jamie, Jamison, or James, Julian. Like I said, Julian, Jason. John, all the J's. Sorry. Sometimes I think, right, Steve, get on screen and you're not going to channel, and then all of a sudden loads of stuff starts coming out. But okay, so Aries, let's just go on with your reading. Okay, so there's a lot to do with like moving. Like, well, I've already moved. Love doesn't live here anymore. I've moved on. So something like, yeah, but you might have moved on, but I'm not. I want back in. So it's kind of like, well, I don't know if I do or not. It's kind of like I'm heading that way, okay? I'm heading this way, but it's like I'm trying to head at the name Eddie, or Ed, or Edwina, but anything beginning with E, I'm hearing E, or Emily, or Emma, or E, who else begins with E? Ed, I just keep hearing it, Ed, or Bill, or Ted, but Ted, I'm also hearing the name Ted. Ted that was, okay, they're saying that there could be a person that died that was actually called Ted, okay, that was called Ted. They're saying Bill or Ted, but died in a bed, somebody that died of in a bed. I'm hearing died of cancer, so I don't know if anybody could have been a Cancerian. So are we going into a seance? Steve is doing a seance, but I'm so that might be my friend Aries, but like a seance, like somebody that died in a bed could have been called Ted here. This person may have died at some point, okay, but I'm definitely hearing that for you guys. So sorry, just a brief second, Aries. I know some people just want me to go straight into the tarot, but I do keep hearing that, like I'm going straight into it, like I'm just going to go straight into this blindly, like I'm not even going to be looking, I'm just going to go straight into it. Now, I don't know if this is where you're going straight into a relationship or not, because I'm hearing that I'm not even going to look, like I don't even want to look, I'm just going to go straight into it blindly, not knowing what I'm doing, and I'm going to take a chance. So whatever it is, you are taking a risk and a chance on somebody, or doing something around your work or home, because it's going to be work. It's going to be hard work. They're saying that this is going to be hard work. I'm not saying it's not going to pay off, but I'm just saying that if you're not getting paid for whatever it is that you're doing, then it's a project. They're saying like a project manager, or managing something that I'm projecting upon somebody. So it depends what you're projecting, because I'm hearing also that I'm projecting some sort of blame, or some sort of game that may be played. I'm not sure if this is to do with your love life, but they're saying with work, there may be some kind of like, it's a project and I'm a project manager and I'm trying to manage my own time, do it my own way. So I don't need no help, I don't need no assistance, I've got it. It's like I've got it all covered. Now, some of you, you're looking for insurance covering to do with the business that you are, or you're trying to do it legit and actually do insurance, or an insurance policy, some sort of policy, anything also beginning with P, okay, like a name that begins with P. Like Paula, or anybody that begins with P. But I'm also hearing though that like I don't need no help, I can do it myself. But if this is a project that you've not been paid for, then it's going to be a lot of hard work because it's persistence. Like I need. Okay, they're saying that you need assistance in some sort of way, that you may have some sort of help along the way, but there's some sort of persistence to know that if I want to do this, we're going to have to do it the right way. So it's like finding insurance for a company. It's finding insurance for a car. It's to make sure that you're well covered. I'm hearing that I need to be covered. The Coven. Oh, okay, there you go. There's the witchcraft part. We're going to leave that bit alone, Aries. I'm hearing the Coven. Well, the Coven is like a coven of witches. So you're dealing with a Piscean energy for a lot of you that you might have a lot of strife with. I'm hearing like a lot of strife, like a coven. Like let's make a pack of wolves. So you're dealing with Leos for a lot of you as well. Let's make a pact. Let's make a coven. So something like. I'm hearing Hansel and Gretel for some reason, like let's put them in the oven. Now I don't know if you are cooking where it's saying that you're putting a lot of cakes or bake me a cake as fast as you can, pack it and prick it like Baker, the name Baker's Man or Baker's Dozen, but like let's put it in the oven. Let's put, your sister might have one in the oven. There might be somebody that's pregnant around you. I don't know if it is Andrew, the name Andrew, or Andrea, or from Ansfield, okay, or Fields, someone called Fields, or F, anything begin Steph. Also, I'm hearing Steph, Stephanie, Steph, or someone that might be deaf. Who knows? But Lloyd. I'm also hearing Lloyd's chemist for some reason. Anyway, sorry, I'm hearing that. There is something around, like, let's make a coven, let's make a pact, let's put it in the oven, let's pack it and prick it and put it in the oven. So you've got to have something to do with around cooking for a lot of you. So this is like a cooking show, or a cooking, like you physically bake for a living, like you bake cakes or bread or stuff like that. And I'm hearing, like, let's not make haste, let's haste or paste. So like pasty, hasty, pasty, pasty. Hasty, hey, but like hey girl, or like hasty, hasty. Don't be hasty. They're saying don't be so hasty. Don't rush. Sorry, but these messages sometimes, Aries, they change, and I can't pick out what it is. It's like pinpointing something, and I can't pick up what it is about haste. Like haystacks, giant haystacks. Jack and Jill, or like Beanstalk Jack, the name Jack, or Jackie, Jacqueline, Jack, Jackie, Beanstalk, some sort of giant. So like I want to be giant, Jai, the name Jai, or Gianna, or Jason, or Julian. Okay, but anything beginning with J, but don't be hasty. They're saying don't be so hasty, don't be in such a rush in order to want everything here, because there is like, look, I need to make haste, I need to hurry up and do it. Like rushing it, like it's kind of like when you put something in the oven and you rush, like you turn the temperature up like really high in order for it to cook really quickly, well then you get burned. That's where the Hansel and Gretel kind of message is transforming into like putting something in hasty, like just jumping straight in blindly, not knowing what you're doing, and then turning the temperature up and getting very overheated is what I'm saying. So that could represent any kind of message of where, like getting wound up, I'm turning up the temperature and I need to turn up the heat. They keep saying like I need to turn up the heat, or like, which is a dragon, which is to do with what I said around addiction, which is to do with a dragon brings heat because it chases its tail. So you make a pact and a coven and it goes around and around and around, but if it's a dragon and a dragon goes round in a circle and it brings the heat, so it brings attention to oneself to burn. So there is something like burning, desire, some sort of desired burn. Ernie, the name Ernie or Ernest or Bernie, Bernie Knuth, I'm hearing, but I do know a Bernie Knuth. But they're saying like this coven, like let's make a pact and a coven. But when a like, because I always used to represent this as chasing the dragon, right? So I'm hearing Jackie Chan, but chasing the dragon, something to do with their son, Jackie Chan's son, or Jackie's son. I'm hearing Jackie's son. So you're dealing with a Leo, and you have a son or a daughter called Jackie, or you're the mother of that person. but something like I'm chasing you and tracking you down, but when you chase the dragon, it chases you. So there's some sort of tracking somebody down or tracking something down, like tracking Tracy. I'm also hearing Tracy. Sorry, Aries. So let's go on. So if I didn't explain, sorry. If you've not met this channel before, this is where sometimes I do channel readings, sometimes I just do card readings and channel readings. This is not a real timeline specific, it probably is, but as soon as I do the reading, I post it. Okay, so they're weeklies. I post the reading. It starts from when you watch it. If the messages really relate to you, then they really relate to you. Okay. Okay. So there you go. So you got Leo for a lot of you. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. But if I tell you it's the 7th today, very strange. Very quickly, as a lot of people know that my birthday's on the 8th. But I've been having some sort of strange visions, because my life path number is 7. But my yearly number this year is also 7, and that's tomorrow. But this morning when I woke up, it was 0707 on the 7th. So, you see, I don't know what I'm talking about myself. Here, going in completely different directions, right? Completely different directions. It's like, yeah, but I want to be a director. I want to direct things my own way. It's kind of like a 7 in a way. 7s are natural sort of, I don't know, directors. Like, well, I'm going to direct it. I'm the director. It's like someone's got an erection, whichever way it is. But yeah, it's kind of like, well, you wanted this, there you go. You wanted it, you got it. So there you go. Put the work in. If you'd only put the work in. Just like, so there you go. How good is it? You know. So it's like, well, you wanted all of this, you worked for it. So there you go. There it is, the 10 of Wands. So now there's this energy of like, well, it's okay. I've got what I want. Now I'm off. Because it's kind of turning my back on it. Okay, I'm here. Thanks very much. I've got it now. I've got everything that I want. There you go. You can have it. Right? So it's a little bit like letting go of the rope, if you like. So say that you've just started to do a new job or something like that, and then someone says, okay, I'm going to hand you the ropes. It's all over to you. It's over to me, and it's over to you. So it's like, right, it's over to me, it's over to you, it's over to me, it's over to you. So some sort of alchemy kind of thing could be going on here. But like, I'm hearing, okay, you wanted all of this stuff, so now you want it, there you go. So that's also spirit. So you wanted it, there you go, have it. So there's an energy here of learning the ropes, okay? So if you're just learning something, you're learning the ropes. It was given to you, but now somebody now has to release the reins of the energy of around Cancerian. For a lot of you are a 7. So it's like, well, okay, I'm going to release the reins and I'm going to release you now. So there's some sort of, I'm going to police. I also heard adopt you, like I'm going to adopt you, some sort of adopting or adopters. But like, it's like now I'm going to release you and let you go. Like I'm going to let you go. I have to let you go is what I'm also hearing. I have to let you go. It's kind of like I don't want to hold you down. I don't want to hold you back. I don't want to hold you accountable for your actions. Whatever it is that's happened between you, if we're looking at your love life here, Aries, it feels like, okay, well, there you go. It's down to you now. Like you wanted this, I give you it, so now it's down to you. I think a lot of this is to do with your work and business, if I'm honest, Aries. That's what they keep saying, that, well, okay, you wanted it, you have it, there you go, it's yours. So it's normally when you release control, it's normally when things work out. It's normally like, I always see life in the arms of struggle, right? So normally when you let go of the ropes, normally that's when someone falls on their ass or they build themselves up. That's why this is either a 1 or a 10. It's a progression of something of where it's like, well, I'm going to leave it all down to you. If you want that, then you have full control and you have full power of attorney. So I'm hearing like, well, you want full power of attorney? You want to be a mother or you want to be a father? You want my children? You want my business? Well, there you go then. You have it. So there might be a court appearance here for a lot of you, because this can also represent anything to do with court or legal court when you look at Queens, Kings, and so on and so forth, right? So it's where you wanted all of this stuff. You wanted power of attorney. You wanted the power. See, power is one of these things where you don't never know what power it is and what you're going to do with the power when you get it. Because I'm hearing, okay, well, you wanted the power of it, so there you go. So there is some sort of power play here, play of words or a power play of a fight that might be going to court for a lot of you, Where if you wanted it, there you go. You wanted clients, there you go. You have it. Now you've got the 10. So now you've got to build it yourself, right? So you have to build things up. So it's like, well, I'm building and building and building and building and building, but you see, there was something that I was going to do a video on, but I know that it will literally have a difference of opinion like I normally do against everybody in life. I always have my own opinion. And you've kind of got this thing here of, well, if that's not your opinion and that's not the way you see it, then that's not the way you see it, and that's my opinion and that's your opinion here. So there might be some sort of argument that could be possibly coming up through your reading. But you see, the thing is with because I'm hearing for popular belief, like the population or something, like population, I need to be popular, or the general public population, released out into the general public. Now, if there's anything to do with police or anything like that, that can be released out into the general public, like stuff like that. But I'm also hearing, like, you see, this is where I have a problem with people that class themselves as life coaches, is because I've had so many people come to me in the past where people just say, okay, well, I'm a medium or stuff like that, and I'm life coaching people. But I've had so many people that come back to me in readings, have a personal reading of saying, okay, I had a reading by somebody and they told me that this person was going to reach out to me, but they never did. And I've been waiting for ages for this person to actually reach out for a tarot reader that told me this was going to happen. And that's normally where I've said, well, that's because you didn't reach out to them. That's because you didn't speak. You know, a lot of people, they form these opinions of where they don't speak to one another. And it's nobody's fault or nobody's to blame. It's just that when you have a way of looking at things, you have people's lives in your hands. So knowing what people listen to when you're a life coach, they take note of what it is that you do or say. When you have difference of opinion of different levels of people that all want to be a life coach because they've watched tarot reading for so long, is that when they do certain things, you have to realise how fucking important that is in order to do things. Because when you're a progression at the beginning and you have followers, they listen to what you say. If your advice is completely different to another person, you have a difference of opinion. Some people can listen and they can absorb all of that knowledge, but is that right? You know, is that right that you have that ability to say, I am this, you are that, I am this, right? So when you get those kind of things, when you have a responsibility, also around Aries energy, when you have a responsibility, this is where I go to my masculine side of Aries. When you have that full responsibility, you have to take on a lot of criticism, a lot of burdens, a lot of stress, a lot of ideas that may come to you, but there's always a fight between popularity, always a fight between popularity. And there's always a fight between what's right and what is wrong, okay? Everybody always wants something in life, right? But it depends on what it is that you tell people when you are classed as a life coach. So many people that have tarot readings that are tarot channels, they say tarot card reader and life coach, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Right, because they've seen it from other people and it's just a Mandela thing. And, you know, like I said, when you give people advice, it's down to them to take it or not, but sometimes if it's the wrong kind of advice, you can keep people waiting for like goddamn ages that are new. That's why tarot readings and stuff like that are so different, because you have a responsibility of knowing that your belief is one thing, but other people's belief are completely different. When you're fresh and new and there's a beginning of this energy, you know, you can tell people all kinds of stuff that there's no right or wrong to it. I don't know why I'm picking up on that energy. Let's see. Because it's responsible. You see, it's responsible for people's lives. You know, it is. It's responsible for people's lives. Let's see. So, because I'm hearing irresponsible mum or irresponsible father, and somebody that's going through the court system or something of themselves of having to be responsible for their actions, which is the Ten of Wands. I need to be held accountable for my actions, and if there's this action Jackson type sort of thing, okay, then there you go, and it's action. There you go. What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do with all of this Ten of Pentacles now? You've got it. So what do you want to do? Move? Do you want to stay where you are? Do you want to do something different with your life? Or do you physically Like if there's children involved in a court appearance, there you go. Because it could be, I'm also hearing a stepson here, a stepson or a stepmother, right? And it might be, well, okay, there you go then. You know, that you're going to now be a stepmother. You're now going to be a stepfather. Or if you're in a relationship with someone and you have a kid or a child, okay, are you good enough to be a stepfather or stepmother? Do you want to be a stepfather or stepmother? Do you wanna? Do you wanna? Tijuana, Dwayne. We're hearing Dwayne Dwimbly. Something also to do with Virgo. Okay, red rum, red dwarf. Dwarfs, the 7 dwarfs. Snow White. Snow White. Snow. See, responsible for 7 things, is what I'm hearing. Or for a 7. Cancerian energy or 7. There you go, you see. You've got this 5 energy now. There is this conflict of people at home with families, like with people that have no money or people that don't. You see, I keep picking up for a lot of you here, you're trying to build a business and trying to build something and create it from nothing, which is always good, but it's, trust me when I tell you that whatever it is that you do in life is hard work. It's extremely hard work, right? You get very tired. There's somebody here that's just like needs to take a break or like take a rest of something. This is child support and maintenance, and like I need funding. This is like I need funding for it. If I want to do this, I need funding. Because like I said, there's this bored, fed up energy. There's the 10 of Wands here, and there's the 5 of Pentacles here, right? And it seems to be in the middle of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And this is a father that's caught right in the middle of this conflict between here, of the difference of opinions of families and exes and kids and children and so on and so forth, where it's like a struggle for a mother or a father in order to keep doing this, like being a single mother or being a single father or being a single independently run business. That takes time. If you work for yourself, trust me, it's harder. People always in life always strive in order to work for themselves. Me, I love working for myself, but I can assure you that that does not come without its everything has a price, is how I see it. Everything in life has a price, right? And like you can have things, but trust me, it has a price. Even though it looks great and it shines and it's gold and it's silver and everything else like that, okay, everything in life has a price to pay for it. Even though it might seem good, it's like when you're a kid or you're a child, right? And you get your favourite toy, suddenly your favourite toy or your plaything suddenly gets very worn out, and you want the next best thing. Like, I want the next best thing, I want the next best person. You know, this is not good enough anymore, I want something new in my life. As a child's behaviour of an adult, we're very much like that still. Whatever it is that we get, we're never satisfied when it starts to wear out and the potion wears off, or where the energy of like the connection starts to wear off, and you soon start to realise, oh shit, I wanted this responsibility in my life, and that's kind of what I was asked to do, but man, this is hard work. Because you know what, I seem to be doing all of this work for nothing. And that's what I'm saying. When I created this channel, or when I started doing this, I had nothing. I had to do my other job and another job. I had 3 jobs and this, and I had to do it for years and years and years with no benefits, no pay, no nothing. I just had to do it because it was my job, right? That's what I wanted to do. So I just kept doing it. There was no payoff. And sometimes there is no payoff, right, in life. Sometimes that you do things and you don't realise how difficult life is. There's a personal assistant also, what I'm hearing here. Like, okay, I need assistance, I need some help, Well, sure, you might need some help and you might need some assistance, but what am I getting out of it? What do I get from this, apart from feeling drained, like tired? Like when I get home, I'm extremely tired, and you want me to do all of this kind of stuff for you? You're asking me to do this? You might have love and you might have passion, but you're draining my fire. Like you're asking too much. So if you do this, continuously do this for people because they want you to, then that's the power of attorney. Whether that be court or anything like that, there's a higher power here at play of power of attorney. It's kind of like, okay, you've got those, right? I am Adam, right? And I have the power, right? I have the power. So you've got this energy of like, well, you might be asking me to do all of this stuff, but you're draining me. You know, you're draining me through through like you're asking me to do all of this work, but what do I truly get out of this? What do I truly get out of it? Do I get paid? No. Do I get like child support? No. Do I get any other support apart from flirting behaviour? Maybe if you're looking at love, it's kind of like, well, love don't live here. Like there's a person that's like, love don't live here anymore. Love don't live here anymore. I'm sorry, but it's gone. Like the connection is gone, the attraction is gone, like, or the child is gone, or like gone with the wind, right? Gone with the wind. So it depends on what placement you're watching your Aries from, really, of what you're watching your Aries from. Because, like I said, this Five of Pentacles can be anything that's at home, and it's like a difference of opinion that you've got with kids, children, and things that are going on at home with parents and things that happen with behind closed doors. There's more of this energy of like avoiding this energy, avoiding the inevitable, okay? So there is a difference of opinion of people that are in families at the moment, is that, well, it's kind of like, if I'm honest, Aries, right, it's that feeling of like, well, what is the point to life? Like, I get up, I go to work, I do all of these kind of things. I have these dreams and these aspirations that seem to be stuck in my memory of like, there's got to be more to life than this, right? There has to be more to life than this. But the coronavirus has kind of stopped me. I don't really see my friends anymore. I don't really talk to anybody anymore. When I'm at home and I'm isolating myself away, when I truly think about it and think, well, what much more is there to life? Well, there is like going for a trip to blah, 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 blah. But one, can I afford it? Two, can I have time off work? Or two, or three, or four, or five, do I really want to? Like, do I really want to do that? You know, it's when you look at all these things, these desires that we have in our life and think, man, you know, I could be sitting on a beach and I could be doing all of these things and like, I want some adventure and in my life. When you look at that and think, do you really want to do that? Like, do you really want to do that? Because if you did really want to do it, you would do it. And that's more of a backing off energy of like, well, it's not possible at the moment for me to do all of that kind of shit anyway. And if it isn't possible, then what am I thinking? You know, so it's more of that an epiphany feeling of like, what on earth was I thinking taking all of this on here? What on earth was I thinking of taking all this on? And that's where this could be an agreement that where, like I said, it could be to do with power of attorney, a business. Like, okay, my business has now started. Now what am I going to do with it? Like, I've just opened a shop. What am I going to do with a shop with nothing in it? I've got to buy so and so on and so forth. I've got to buy this. I've got to buy that. I've got to buy everything else that I need, blah, blah, blah. The bills start picking up. I'm not getting paid for the business. So is there going to be any return on my investment by me investing into the future, even though it's new? Right? You've got that. You've got this, like, where there's, say, okay, I'm now like a mother or a father, and now what do I do? Like, what do I do? You know, what do I do? Okay, Aries, that's your reading so far, guys. So if you want to find the rest of this reading, you will find it over on the full access bundle over on Patron. Sorry, it's only 3 cards, but I'll pretty much give you half an hour reading there pretty much anyway. But we're going to look more into your situation at hand. These are an ongoing situation where it comes to just weeklies. If the messages are not quite your thing, then obviously we need more cards in order to clarify to see other messages, okay? But if you want the rest of them, it will find it on the full, only the full access bundle. I think it's tier 3. The full access bundle, where obviously you get everything, is over on Patreon. You can find it in the link below. After I've done your reading, I'm going to look in the next move that is made towards you. So if that is really within your love life, that's where I'll start to pick up energies of that as well. But people, clients, things, whatever it is that's going on, the next move that is made towards you is going to be family, friends, things, job, love, money, whatever it is, what is coming towards you, okay? But you'll only find that on the full access bundle over on Patreon. You can reach out by any link below, music, stuff, everything. It's all in the show more section, okay? Alright guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.